Welcome to COVID video blog number quite a few now. This one is going to be a lot more positive than some of them have been. Obviously, as that is a reflection of the improving situation that we have, particularly here in Australia. We have obviously a health situation that seems incredibly improved on where we thought we might be a few weeks ago, and unsurprisingly, the economic mood and sentiment has I guess moved in parallel with that health situation. So it's very noticeable to me that in the discussions I'm having with employers, particularly in that sort of media and sales sector that I usually focus on, whereas several weeks ago there was lots of talk around kind of catastrophe and disaster, and we've gone off a cliff, and where's this going to end up, Mark? We've got no idea. We don't know what the bottom of this is going to look like. Literally all of us were just completely lost and scrambling. Definitely in the last week or two, it seems to me that every company I talk to, there's a clear sense of this is where we're at. Yes, we'll have dropped a certain chunk of revenue. Often it's around sort of 30-35% seems to be a fairly typical figure. But we know where we're spending it. We know where we can still make money. We can still see certain verticals or certain companies, certain clients and accounts where the positivity is still there, where there is still spending and activity happening. And so, of course, like any smart business, all of those companies have sort of pivoted, and there's that word again, have pivoted in the direction of where they can still make money and be successful. And the other key element that I guess flows on from that, which is very vivid when you talk to people, particularly over for a period of time, you get past the headline stuff, is that every company now has a plan. Whereas again 5, 6, 7 weeks ago, no one really had a plan because we were still kind of in free fall. What we've got now is a situation where I think every company knows what it needs to do to get through the next few weeks, and perhaps to some extent looking a little bit further ahead the next few months. And I think just that physical taking of action and having some kind of structure behind you, I think makes a big difference to as I say, that mood and that sentiment. And I think, as we all know in business, if the mood and the confidence levels are not there, expecting the economic fundamentals to be strong, or in this case to start recovering, is optimistic. You do have to have that sense of calmness and stability, and this is how we go forward. So that's definitely there. So that is good news, and I want to just sort of share that with people. I'm sure most of you are already seeing very strong evidence of that in your conversations, internally and externally. But fingers crossed, we seem to be well through the worst, and we definitely seem to be now moving towards that recovery phase. So keep your fingers crossed that we can all come out of this as unscathed as possible. Good luck.